Good evening, and thanks for tuning in to News Daily. I'm Michaela Walker, the host of our new anniversary segment where we look back at memories that changed history. Tonight we'll be discussing the horrific tragedy that occurred just over 10 years ago on December 26, 2004. A tsunami caused by an earthquake in the Indian Ocean devastated surrounding countries, but affected Sumatra, Indonesia the most, which will be our topic for tonight. We'll first go through the basic tsunami processes, then talk about human action and mistakes made, and finally, the total disaster caused. We'll end with a more positive look at the relevant technology we have today. The Sumatra tsunami was first caused by an earthquake. This particular earthquake ruptured the greatest fault length of any previous earthquake with a distance of 1,500 kilometers. An earthquake can be caused by subducting tectonic plates, as was the case in this particular instance. The subduction of the Indo-Australia plate beneath the Burma plate, which had previously been locked together, resulted in an earthquake to release the strain between the two. A tsunami is a tidal wave which is caused by a large displacement of water. This displacement then causes a series of waves which move quickly, up to 900 kilometers an hour, in the open ocean. Now, as these waves near land, and therefore shallow water, they slow down. However, they also begin to climb. These giant waves are what caused disaster. Now, when the earthquake occurred, it caused the ocean floor to move west almost 6 meters as well as uplift 2 meters. This shift in the ocean floor caused the water above it to rise and the tidal waves were formed. The first wave hit Sumatra just 10 minutes after the initiation of the earthquake, with a height of 30 meters. Another wave came crashing in just 2 hours later, devastating the area and stealing more lives. An earthquake in the middle of the ocean obviously doesn't occur because of human influence. In this particular instance, the civilians of Sumatra, Indonesia were helpless. However, while people were not at fault for the devastation, mistakes were made, and the prevention of many lives lost could have been possible. The first warning sign of the impending doom was the receding water. Before the waves come, all the water is sucked back. It was reported that when the water began receding, animals knew to seek higher ground. However, people were not educated in this matter. Even after the first wave hit and preceding the second wave, people went down to the beach to have a look and were then submerged into the water by the second wave. People in Sumatra also lived very close to the water, which is dangerous given their location. With the tsunami coming, there may not have been enough time to seek higher ground, even if one was educated and aware of the upcoming danger. The Boxing Day tsunami of 2004 was caused by an earthquake which was estimated to have the power and energy of 23,000 atomic bombs. The amount of damage that could cause is unimaginable. A total of 243,000 people were killed by the tsunami, but destruction was the worst in Sumatra, with 131,000 people reported deceased, and still another 37,000 people missing. And because so many people lived so close to the water, many homes were destroyed, leaving 500,000 people homeless. Houses, cars, boats, and other debris were continually sucked back and forth between waves, destroying everything in their path, as well as harming people. While many lives were lost and much damage occurred, it has been 10 years since the tsunami caused the destruction it did in Sumatra. That tsunami resulted in a raised awareness of this type of natural disaster and therefore more research being done. We now have the technology, seismic monitors, and ocean buoys to not only alert us when a tsunami is going to happen, but also now how long it'll be. Researchers say it is still hard to get that warning to small local places that are especially near water, and the equipment, of course, has its faults, which is why education is the most important tool we have. I'm Michaela Walker for News Daily. Thanks for tuning in.